Alright, for the next step of this project, you are going to learn how to add title slides for the beginning and the end, and also add some music to make this interesting to watch and enjoy. First thing we need to do is open up a new tab. That'll get you to Google, and again, we can use our app launcher right over here. And now we're going to look at our Google Drive. Remember, your Google Drive saves everything Google, so whether it's a Google Doc, a slideshow, or a Google Vid, they're all saved in your Drive. Here is the video of the cards that I took last time, and I can open that up again here. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is I want to add a title slide. So if I click this plus sign right down here at the bottom, that adds in a new slide area, and I'm actually just going to drag this to the very beginning because I want it to start my video. And I want it to start with an image, so I'm going to go into my stock images right here. If you go to stock, and you can see different music and everything is here, but we're going to look for stock images to start with. So if you go to images, you can search what you're looking for. I'm going to look for a sunset. I like sunsets. Once you find something that you like, you can go ahead and click on it, and it'll come in. Now, you may need to change its size a little bit to stretch and fill your whole space. I'm going to do that here. And now that I've got my image in there, I'm ready for some text. So I'm going to go to my text right down over here on the right side. And with text, you've got a few different options. You can click on like headlines and it'll show you a few different options there. You can come back and like speakers have different ones to look at. But I kind of like this one right here that starts with this. And once this comes in, it's a template. You can use it as is, or you can make it your own. If I double click inside, I can change the words to say all, double click in again, about, and then my name. If you wanted to change like colors or fonts or something like that, if you click on a box like that, you can have the control over the fill color, so you could change it to pink to blue, or from blue to pink, or however you might want to make this look. I'm going to do sort of a purpley color for that last one. When you are happy with what you have, you're done with your title slide. Now I can go in, I'm going to make a title slide at the other end that says thanks for watching. So again, I can do a plus sign. If it comes in there, I can slide this all the way down to the end. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to first go find an image. This time I think I'm going to look for a beach. Scroll through. When you like one, I kind of like that palm tree. Put that in. Again, you might need to stretch it out so that it fits. Once it covers your area, you're ready to switch over to text. I think I'm going to do something a little different. I think it's under calls to action. Yeah, I kind of like this one here. So again, you can grab that, you can move it to whatever area of your slide that you think it would look best, and then again, double click inside to change it. And I'm going to say thanks for and watching, or something close to that. Once you've got this looking the way that you want, you've got that done. I do want to show you this. These little transitions come in between any different changes. So you've got a slide here and then my video. If you click on that transition, it gives you a few different choices of how you want it to change from one image to the next. I kind of like this dissolve, where it kind of just slowly dissolves to the next. So I'm going to use that. You can use which one you like, and I'm going to put a different transition in here. I'm going to have it fade, or I like that push, so I'm going to go with that push. Once you've got those in, the last step here is adding music. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to go again under stock, and I'm not looking for images now, I am looking for music. So if I click under music, you'll see that there's lots of different genres of music that you can look through. Feel free to listen to a few things until you find something that fits your personality. I'm going to go for something nice and calm. When you click on the arrow, you can listen to it. Like that. So once you find something that you like, you can grab it and drag it down into the bottom here. And I'm going to slide it all the way down so it starts right at the beginning of my video. Now, I do want to show you this too. This little adjustment bar, this just changes the view of it. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. It just shrinks the size so that I can see everything a little bit better. Now what I notice here is that I want the music to end at the end of my slide here. I don't want all this music playing after everything's over. So I just need to do a right click, and then I'm going to split audio at playhead. The playhead is wherever that little arrow is pointing at, and it's right at the end. So if I split audio at playhead, that splits it here. I can click on this side and just press delete on my computer, and it's gone. I can do one other thing that's kind of cool with music. If I click on that and do a right click, I can go under sound. That opens up this little toolbar over here, and I'm going to do a little bit of a fade in and fade out. So it doesn't start at full volume. It's going to take, what is it, about a minute, or excuse me, 1 second to get to full volume. And then at the end, I think I want it to fade out over 1 minute and 35 seconds. So what that'll do is you'll see it'll just kind of get quieter and then fade to 0. Once you got those steps done, you are completely finished. The next video will show you how you can actually get it turned in.